Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, your host for this pre market session. Each morning, we listen for stocks to be called out in this stream one up here, or for stocks to pop in one of these two scans. The more bars that a stock has in this right column, the more attention it's getting by the buyers. So once we see a stock that we may be interested in, I will click on it. And the first thing we want to do is come to this label here, which is the current bar volume. That would be the volume in this one candle only. This label needs to be green and this number needs to be flowing as high as possible. In other words, a battle going on between the buyers and the sellers that we can join in when it's in our favor and get out when they make a little profit. So once we confirm that we have high volume and this label is green, we want to see the money flow indicator here, the green line above the yellow line. This tells us money is flowing into the stock and how strong it's flowing into the stock. The steeper these lines, the stronger the money's coming into the current stock we're playing. At the same time, down here, we're measuring average volume of buyers and sellers. We want these green bars above this yellow line, which tells us that there are more buyers than average coming into this stock to drive the price up a little. So to put it simple, we have a stock we're interested in. Is this label green and that number's really going fast? And this indicator's pointing north and we see green bars. The very next step is these two labels up here. We want them to turn green and we want the percentages above 80, 85, 90, 95, and 100. 80, the price is not going to move so much, but once we hit 85, 90, 95, and 100, they will drive the price up. This is the time you want to try to make your entry to where you click the mouse button as this price is rising and you get out as the price is rising. It's not an easy process. I present it very well on each stock that we trade, but it takes time to learn it. You have to be able to really put things together. So we see one we're interested, green label. Are these two green? Is the candles fixing to go up? And are these two labels turning green? Once you do this over and over and over, you kind of figure it out. It's all a battle between the buyers and the sellers, and if you can join the winning side of it, you profit. So if you're new here and haven't done it, make sure you attend many of these live streams. Maybe try it on paper, write down your entry, your exit, and your results for a while. And if you continue to be profitable on paper, then change over to real money, but small share size. Anywhere between 1 and 10 shares will get it done if you continue to be profitable with real money. The only thing you need to do to increase your profit is increase your share size. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. I am a coder. I build indicators that help you learn how to trade the market. So make sure you reach out to the proper authorities before you take any of my advice, use any of my indicators, or watch any of my live streams. Over your in your active trader, make sure your TIF is on EXT so you don't miss a trade. And good morning to everyone. Haven't seen too much moving around this morning, just a couple of small gains like this and then a retrace. So we have to still, we're waiting for the jobs report to come out this morning. If it's good, we may get some opportunity. If it's bad, we may not, or we may get some opportunity on the short side. We'll have to play the market as it's dished out to us, but that's yet to be seen. Well, we've managed to pull off another profitable week in this market. We have been blessed. We continue to pull in the profits, but being very cautious when we do so. Not an easy market to play. You got to time it right. Click the mouse at the proper time.
TPET.
Don't hang on too long. Take it when you got it.
TPET.
TPET. Let's see what's happening. We do have a bouncy candle here,
BATL.
216. We're looking at volume flow. Looks like 2 million shares in this one candle here. Now that's the last bar was this volume here. We're looking at green dominator. This is buyers
BATL.
above average. Money flow, however, is dipping down. These are sellers taking advantage of this spike, locking in the profits. You can see the percentages are
BATL.
sellers. So if we break above this level and they are willing to push it higher than $2.18, this is where you would want to plan an entry, provided we have high percentages up here.
BATL.
Let's see if they're willing to push it higher than 218. We need these percentages and green labels to
EONR.
come into action. Otherwise, we're not pulling the trigger. And if it does break this line and you get in and it traces on you, when it breaks below this line, get out. Don't waste any time. Don't let it take any money. Cut it minimal. Because it did not break this line, we did not enter. We didn't lose any money. Disaster avoided.
BATL.
Good morning to everyone just popping in.
BATL.
BATL being called out. BATL spiking high up at 2650. I don't think I want to chase it here, but if I get a pullback on it, I may play it. Let's see if we get some profit taking here. If we do, I will mark a line up here. And if we break the
BATL.
line, if we may can get a play on it.
EONR.
Otherwise, if you're willing to take the high risk and chase it, that's up to you. We do have good percentages here. It is going up by a good pocket change this morning. That one little candle there, about 50 cents. Some profit taking going on. Needs to drop down further than that, about in here somewhere. Buyers may come back in, watching for a tall green bar here to push it higher. Hoping money flow stays above this yellow line. Volume is not where we need it to be. It's very low. So there's not a lot of buyers here to really push this stock higher. We need higher flow than that. Doesn't look like they're interested in pushing it. Coming back down. We ran out of buyers. Could have been a possible pump. Nobody followed through. Volume is completely dead. Too weak to play a momentum trade on. Don't risk your money. We want quick profits, guaranteed, high volume, slip in and slip out unnoticed. If we try to slip in here, we are noticed. I'm going to go ahead and set a level up there at that 2664. It's probably not playable because we don't have the volume, but that's where it needs to break if the volume does come in. Next, please. I see Boyle down here.
EONR.
BOIL. Probably barely moving. The scan is just letting us know it's active. So as they pop in here, it's a good thing to check them. MOBX popping up in Magic Scan. It's down at the bottom. Don't have a lot of lines up here, so nobody's really interested in this list of stocks. Yeah, we got to avoid those low volume trades, D-Man. I should have warned you first
EONR.
before I started talking about it. Step one, I just messed up step one. I should have called it out to you. Low volume, not tradable. Even I mess up. We're all going to mess up.
EONR.
Yeah, I said it later on, though. I didn't say it right at the start. See a couple stocks getting attention up here. Let's see if any of them's worth looking at. Not really. A couple of green labels here with no volume. MOBX not doing anything. Nothing down here. Nothing being called out. This is EONR. Let's take a look at it and see if it's moving. EONR. It is spiking around. It's 70 cents. I didn't hear that one get called out. Maybe I wasn't listening for it. 71 cents. Let's see if it's got any volume. This is the number that we don't want to be able to sit here and count with it. We want it to be moving really fast. We're breaking a 72-cent level, maybe. This is an older level. We've traded this stock before. So we need to break this 72 cents to get into new territory. But we don't have a whole bunch of people interested in doing so. Can we get past it? We are working our way up, 72 to 73. I don't trade these cheap ones. That's going to be up to you. They pull back too fast for me. I'm too slow. Pulling back down below that 72. But I've already said the volume is not there. Stocks this cheap should be millions in that candle, not 100,000 or two.
BATL.
BATL. We're going to move on away from that penny stock. BATL breaking that 2664. It looks like it came down and retested already, so it's probably going to be pushed upwards if the volume of buyers is there. Watching for green bars to continually come up here. See if we can get a buy on it, a play. Saw a flash of red labels there, profit takers. That's not a good sign. We need everything to stay green up here, even these. Volume extremely low. This is not a momentum scalp. There's not enough participants. So we're having a very weak market this morning. Not very many buyers are interested.
EONR.
Very slow volume, not worth taking the risk. EONR popped up there again. That's that 70-cent stock. Testing 72 cents to see if we can stay above it. If the buyers say yes, it's good, then the green bar will appear and this volume will increase and turn green to drive it up into new territory, and that is not happening. No volume, nobody willing to do so. We're waiting on a stock that checks all the boxes. That's what we're waiting on.
INDO.
INDO. Do we have participants? We do not. We have one or two strange people that bought a couple of shares.
INDO.
INDO. One more person came in and bought a few. Maybe that was one of you. The volume is so low, anybody that makes a purchase here will move the price a little bit. It's kind of like going from 0 to 1. Very slow morning. Nothing I can do about that. I can't seem to find any
INDU.
volume, but I can find some movers. JZXN. I was about to say that is a penny stock that moved a little bit yesterday, I believe, or the
DLXY.
day before. Once again, watch the volume. Could be a pump and dump. They are pushing it up a little higher. Still not liking the volume. This is not a flow. This is just a few people testing the waters. Hopefully it don't pull back on them. $1.63 so far. Sure wish we'd get a bunch of people on board. Push this thing up to $5. Red label here in the volume. There are some sellers on board. See a resistance level coming up to $1.72. We did test that $1.72. Let's see if we can hit new ground here. We need to break through that 172. Be careful of profit takers. The volume is not the greatest. It could drop fast. Testing that $1.72 again. We can break through it. We may go on up to a couple of bucks. Hopefully this gets the attention of the other scanners out there. Let's go. We need buyers right at this moment, not sellers. Labels are turning red. Testing $1.72 as support. Hopefully we stay above it. Dropping down. This is what you're battling this morning. If you are in profit, be wise with your trade. Not going to tell you what to do with it, but you know you don't want to be red. It did go up. Did it have the volume we needed? Absolutely not. Was a higher risk play than I was willing to take. Rick
DLXY.
over on YouTube, it has nothing to do with the indicator. It's a Schwab mess up, I think.
DLXY.
See MOBX popping up here. Another penny stock or dollar stock, whatever you want to call it. Labels are red. Too choppy, too jumpy, not enough volume, not a good trade. You want to take the high risk, that's on you. Volume has died completely.
DLXY.
DLXY, not enough volume. Well, nothing, no clean trades yet. No A plus setups. Couple of temptations is about all we've had. Good job, Milo, if you made a little money there. Well, all we can do is patiently wait. I see JZXN triggering one of my scans over here. JZXN, no tradable volume. Volume is increasing in speed, but the stock price is falling a little. Like they're getting tired of hanging on. Few buyers trying to keep it afloat. JZXN holding the price around a buck 70. Well, I was hoping for more action than what we're seeing this morning. My pleasure, Milo. JZXN finding a few buyers just out of the blue. It spikes up, may not hold. Then again, it may run to the moon. So right now we just watch and see if that's a legitimate drive right there. Good job, U4. U4, you must have been sitting on it, hoping and wishing. Love playing those lines. One of the most important things you can do. Set the levels. JZXN pushing up slowly, $1.91 so far. I didn't take any chances on it. Maybe some of you did. I like stronger battles before I throw a bunch of money into something. This is not a strong battle. It's an impressive one at slow speed, but it's not a strong one. Indicators all look good, just have lack of volume. This is what we want to see. Green bars, green labels, money flow going up, percentages up there. Just need a stronger drive. This stock is so cheap. This candle should have millions of shares traded in it, not 300,000 on the last one. They are continuing to push it though. It's up to a buck 98 on the high. Good job, KK, taking advantage of anything that's moving. KK gets 117.30 out of it. Autumn Rain gets 45.40. U4 gets 60 bucks. Good job, traders. Mr. Gaspard gets 0. One trade wonder, 37.41. U4 made it to 59.33. We'll just round it up to 60 bucks. That's fine. 180 just opened up my computer. Mutt just showing up and banks the money as he's getting started. Good job, Mutt. Milo got 200 on it earlier. Looks like the buyers have paused for a minute. It's a buck 90 now. Not a whole lot of traffic in here to drive it down unless you just get tired of holding it. So good job on everyone who traded it. I elected not to trade it. It was too small. Trader Flow gets 35. Getting a sell signal from Smart Candles. May not hold. They may drive it back up. Another sell signal. That's a warning that it's going to go probably down. Milo, sounds like you got an eye on the market. How would you know such information? Just kidding. Insider info. I guess I could be considered insider info because we are looking inside of that candle. That's insider info. All right, all the way back down to that buck 72. No follow through after that little burst of energy. CRE, $4.66. Volume is not the greatest. First thing is step one right here, right? Looks like we're just getting going, maybe. Could be a good one. Let's see if it happens. Continuing to increase in volume. Looks like the speed may be picking up a little. Working its way up. Watching money flow closely here. There's some profit taking. No fear yet. Stronger profit taking. The buyers are holding it up. Hopefully, the buyers can turn this thing around and keep it going. A lot of profit taking going on right now. Don't drop. We need it to stay up there. Where's the buyers? They're trying. I can see the red line on money flow trying to go back up. If the sellers overtake them here, it's coming down. Looks like we ran out of both sellers and buyers. So it could go either direction right now. Coming down. The fear is coming in. I'm going to go ahead and set a level there. Right up there at 480. If the buyers come back in and we break this level, this would be an entry. Only if we have strong green volume down here and percentages are high up here. If you do buy it, if it breaks this line and it fails, you want to be out before it breaks the line to the underside. You want to keep your losses minimal. Doesn't look like we're going to get that entry though. Junket gets $57 on CRE. All right, who made a little on this one? Anybody watched it and played it? Ronnie gets 27. Salt Life gets 11. John gets John gets 857. It looks like. Good job there, John. Highest one so far. I had to look twice. My eye got blurry there. Great job. One Trade Wonder looks like minus 36. That can happen. Algo Assassin gets 27 on YouTube. All right, we're breaking that 480. Let's see if it goes. It should keep going here. We could get a retest of 480 if we can stay above it with this candle. We need to close above this line. We need a lot more buyers. The push is not strong. You can see how weak the volume numbers are. Probably not enough buyers here to push it on through. We lack volume this morning, traders. We don't have the power behind these moves, so use extreme caution. You are making some money, but you're not making a lot of money because the runs are weak. So put on your coat of armor and watch what you're doing closely today. It could be a good day, could be a bad day. We're playing into weak volume, and that's taking chances. Back up above that 480, probably won't hold it. Not a good day to trade, especially high share size. It's okay to take little bites if you want, but that's going to be on you. Haven't seen anything that's just really ripping this morning. We sure have, Chris. But we managed to make some money. Good thing we have a lot of good scanners. All right, buyers trying to push above that 480 again. No buyers to keep going. U4, you had one of them jitter trades that paid off, the finger jumping, the arm twitching. I have those occasionally. They usually are winners. When you get up in age, you learn to leave your hand off the mouse button because your arm will do things you didn't tell it to do. TPET. See it popping up in the scan. $2.18. First thing we check is volume and its sellers. See you later, trade jockey. Probably a very smart move. $2.22 looking north. Money flow is kind of at a sluggish angle. Not a real strong drive here. You can see how short these bars are. That's very low volume. This would be high volume. So not so good right now. It's a weak push, high risk. You want to try to make a few pennies. I think you're a bit braver than I am. TPET, this stock has over 46 million shares traded and still struggling with $2. That should tell you something right there. JS over on YouTube, have you submitted the form where you hit the submit the support button up at the top and tell them you want to trade those stocks? Have you done that?
AIFF.
You can agree to their conditions and they'll let you trade them. I think you have to be here over 6 months, though. You have to have an account established for
AIFF.
them to do that. That's not true.
AIFF.
We had that trouble over here, but most of us can trade them now.
EONR. AIFF.
AIFF. Another no volume
AIFF.
bottle rocket.
AIFF.
All right, YouTubers, that time is about to expire, but I thank you for joining me this morning. I know we didn't have many trades this morning, and we had some weak ones. I can say they did go up, but not tradable because we have had a few stocks point north, but really nothing there to trade into. But thanks for joining me again this Friday morning. It's always fun. If you're interested in reading about me and the community,
EONR.
there's a link at the top of the chat.
AIFF.
Our website is volumespikes.com. We'd love to have you join us. Come grab these indicators. Get on board with us. As a team, we can drive these stocks higher. We're just waiting on you. You see the system works. I don't need to prove it to you. But have a blessed weekend. Thanks for joining me this morning. God bless. I am out.